I still can't believe I'm saying this, but in the last episode, we unlocked the Piety Prayer, which is just insane. But that's not enough. Piety isn't going to be enough for only me to have. So I'm going to first start off by gathering some more Dragon Bones and trying to help Guides for us all get Piety as well. And then after that, we have to work on just a few finishing touches. And then I think in the next video, we're probably going to Bandos, unless there's more stuff we think of that we have to do. But first things first, let's go kill some dragons and help him get Piety. I think I just finished the literal simplest hard clue of all time. That only took like 5 minutes. Oh yeah, friendly reminder by the way, since Bandos is going to be in the next video, there's going to be some bossing in this one too, so make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. Before I open this clue and head back to Green Dragons, I decided to give Guides for us all some supplies so he can make me some ruby necklaces that I could enchant into dig site pendants, because it'll allow me to do birdhouse runs while doing Green Dragons, which is going to be kind of useful. Okay, moment of truth. The first two were good, so I wouldn't be surprised if this one isn't. You know what? That's actually still, once again, pretty good. The Rune Plate Skirt is, at this point, an elk since we've already had 2 Rune Plate Legs, but the Rune Pickaxe for Shelby is pretty nice. Come on, man. I just got dicked so hard by this clue. That was the last possible step. That is level 70 attack, and now that we're kind of well-rounded in all of our combat stats, I'm going to switch over to training on strength for a little bit, because I think this is basically the most relevant stat for Bandos. I'll probably go back and forth between like strength and attack every couple of levels, but alright, I mean, I'm pretty happy with that, man. Also, I've been doing Green Dragons like quite literally all day, and aside from the occasional clue or dropped clue clip, I don't think I have had anything. So I'll show you guys how many bones I got and probably pass them over to Shelby, and then I think it's just basically training arc time and a couple of kind of menial things that I have to do before Bandos. World's best skull trick attempt in the chat. But I did get over 700 bones today, so I'm going to give all those to Shelby. I'm assuming with what he got, it should be more than enough, or hopefully at least close to enough. And then I think I'm just going to start working on training, because I still need to get more stats. I mean, the higher strength and the higher attack I get is better. There is just never a bad reason to increase those stats. One of the things I haven't talked about that's on my plans for this video is I need to get a rune pouch. You might be thinking, that's not a big deal, why do you even need it? Well, if I'm going to be getting bones to peaches, also later in this video, I'm not going to want to have 3 inventory slots wasted by runes, because that could make the difference between getting a kill and not getting a kill with the stats and gear that we're going to have. Quick little 2-step easy clue. Hey, we actually get something good this time. The Ancient Page. Getting that book will be pretty nice, as I really don't see us getting mages books. I like to report the AHKers here and pretend it makes a difference, but I just came back to LMS, and the rune pouch is, I think, 75 points. Yeah, 75 points, so I'm gonna have to be here for at least a couple of hours. Because I've been DC'd so many times because of how bad the servers are, I'm worried I'm gonna get this temporary ban from LMS. I really hope it doesn't happen, because that would kind of suck. Kind of wild that I just hit literally level 40 Hunter, and I have not really done anything yet besides the occasional birdhouse run. Which, by the way, with Willow Logs, you still don't get very many nests. Like, this is a really good run with only 4 nests. 44 points, we're about halfway there. I'm not very good at PvP, so I think I'm going to try embracing the fun strategies of beat the bot in the first fight, and then just hide, because that's how you get the majority of points. Well, based on the fact that my final opponent is just not here, yeah, nice. We got another win, which gives us 71 points. Just looks like 1 or 2 more games and we'll be good. Okay, with a couple points to spare, that is a little over 75, so I'm going to go ahead and grab wherever it is. The rune pouch. The note is the same thing, and I know I want the rune pouch on this account, so there we go. Bam, a rune pouch obtained. Next on the list, I need to get rid of all of the extra alchables I have on this account, which really isn't much. See how much money I have? I might even actually go spend these last 3 points on rune arrows, just to make a little bit more. And then we're going to sell it all, make some money, and go to the Mage Training Arena. Brief little detour here over to the Gem Rocks, which I'm surprised are not botted, because I need to mine some more red topaz to get burning amulets for Guides for us all, since he's doing his prayer grind now. The Mage Training Arena. Now, this place is actually pretty nice, and I'm here for 2 reasons. One of which is because one of the 2 of us needs to have bones to peaches. Now, we're not going to make tabs for the other person. It just makes sense for one of us to have it to make the most use out of the bones we get during the trips at Bandos. It's 32 HP per kill. Pretty good. The other reason that I'm here is because we're going to want Trollheim Telly, which requires level 61, so might as well do this now and get some XP. I've never actually done Mage Training Arena at a low magic level, so maybe this gets me all the way to 61. I have no idea. I think I'm going to probably do Telekinetic, then Graveyard, then Alchemy. I know I need to do Enchantment last, because the higher enchant spell I can use, the better that room is. And right now, I'm aiming for 57 for Diamond Jewelry. 200 points accumulated. And honestly, this is a lot better XP than I realized. And like I said, I've never done this at low levels, but I got all the way up to 52 from this, because you get a little chunk of bonus XP every time you solve 5. So, it took like 400 law runes. Not too terrible. I'm going to do the Graveyard room next. So, I think I've done this room about 1,000 times and never knew that you could just hit the bones to bananas on the way here, and then it automatically gets deposited like that after the action is finished. I really don't know why it works that way, but like, I'm not clicking again after using it, so I mean, kind of convenient, I guess. I realize I got 2 points on that turn instead of 1, so that is 200 Graveyard points done. I am just really not a fan of this one. Definitely the worst room for me. So now we have Alchemist and Enchantment left. Enchantment should be pretty fast, and Alchemist should be really good XP. So let's get that one started first. Alright, this is going to be the first batch of 10,000 coins, and this should be a lot of XP. Oh, 20,000? Okay, that's way more than I thought. I thought it was 1-to-1. It's 2-to-1 coins? Wow, okay. So that's High Alchemy, level 55. Holy shit. Alright, there we go. Finally done with Alchemy. I mean, another 20,000 experience, and that brings me all the way up to level 59. Now, the only thing we have left is Enchanting. And conveniently, I can cast Fire Blast, which, well, you know, maybe we go for a little stretch goal at the end of this video, and that'll actually be kind of relevant. The Enchanting Room might be kind of crappy because I don't have access to the high-level enchants. All I'm going to have is Diamond, but it should be alright. Alright, this is the final Dragon Stone that I need for the Enchantment Room, which means this is the final thing for MTA that I need right now. That is 2,000 enchantment points. Let's go upstairs and claim the thing that we came here for, Bones to Peaches. Alright, coming over to the Rewards Guardian here, and I'm going to click this thing. I have everything, exact points for everything, and there we go. Fuck, I can't claim it because my magic level's too low. I honestly never knew this was a thing that you actually had to be 60 magic to claim it. We're very close, so it's not a big deal. I'll just come back and grab it later, but I wonder if anyone in the history of this game until now has tried to buy this with under 60 magic, because I did not even know that this was a thing. Well, I was going to need to get the magic level anyway. Bones to Peaches was the last actual goal that we had, aside from, of course, getting a little bit of extra combat stats before Bandos. Like, we are pretty much ready to go to Bandos once Shelby finishes up the stuff he needs to do on his end, which means that since I have a little bit of time, I think I'm going to try to secure us an upgrade in a Berserker or Warrior ring. That's going to be a little wild, but I kind of want to see if I can do it. So in order to do this and effectively use the death runes that we've gained access to thanks to raising cats, I need to get an Iban's Staff and upgrade it. In order to get an Iban's Staff, I have to do the quest Underground Pass, which sounds like it's not that bad. A lot of people hate the quest. However, I am level 37 agility, so this might just be absolutely terrible. Let's find out. I've never in my life seen this. A quest actually saying it's recommended to have the... This is going to be a fucking trip, isn't it? If it's that bad, I can always tell you out, but you know what? Why not? Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm having a great time. I've fallen about 22 times now. So, I'll be blunt. That sucked. Like, that really sucked. But I'm going to have gotten this quest done eventually anyway. And look at that. We're up to 38 agility now. Woo! Unfortunately for me, it also costs 200k to imbue the Iban's Staff, and I'm a little short, so I guess we have to head back to LMS to make a little bit more money to be able to imbue the staff before we can go to DKs. Alright, didn't take long. I got the money. I got more than enough money, actually. And there is the imbued Iban's Staff. This is actually going to be really, really useful until we get Tridents, so it's not a bad thing to have. Behold the almighty and yet extremely pitiful wreck setup. I have no idea how this first trip's going to go. It's kind of a test trip. It's going to take me about 15 minutes in between every trip to get back there, maybe even longer, because I have to wait for my run energy to run through the Waterbirth Island tunnels to get to Dagannoth Kings. So I didn't really think this through enough, but that's okay. Alright, the gear's looking terrible, the prayer's looking low, but we shouldn't need it camping Rex anyway. Believe it or not, I don't care if I get a warrior ring or a berserker ring. Berserker ring's obviously more useful for later, but as of right now, they're both almost the same DPS increase to Bandos because of how low our stats and how bad our gear is. The 4 accuracy is almost the same increase to DPS as 4 strength bonus. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't surprised I'm taking so much damage here. This is the first kill though, so maybe it's just, you know, natural variation. Maybe it gets better, I don't know. Yeah, Rex is not the most riveting content in the world, but there is a 1 KC. That is a 13 kill trip, but unfortunately I am out of food, so I have to leave. However, I should do a little bit better in the future because I got this Fremenic shield, which, believe it or not, I'm pretty sure is pretty similar in stats to like an adamant kite shield. And I was basically wearing no shield before, so this might actually help a decent bit. Second trip starting off a lot better, but I noticed the torso has a minus 40 mage accuracy bonus, so I might have to switch that out because I'm actually splashing a lot. Another bright side of doing this is that is 61 magic, and that's technically the highest level that we needed for this account. However, I do still have to do the Eadgar's Ruse quest, but, you know, that's on the docket. So I took a look at some other things, and apparently switching to a rune chain, I lose next to no range defense, which is all that matters here for the Spinulips, but it's only minus 15 mage accuracy as opposed to the fighter torso's minus 40. So despite it being the middle of the trip, after this kill, I'm just going to telly out and go buy it because I'm wasting a lot of death runes by splashing so much. I also remember that now that I'm 60 magic, I can go get this Mage Arena 1 cape, so I'm knocking that out really quickly, and this is probably the cape we're going to use at God Wars. We were originally going to go for fire capes, but after the ranging green dragons plan didn't work out, it would have taken way too long to just go out of our way, train our range levels, and potentially use a lot of supplies going for a fire cape. So we decided that we would just save it for later and just look hysterically stupid at Bandos. Alright, so it looks a lot stupider, but my magic offensive bonus is only minus 25 now, and before it was like minus 59, which is actually pretty close to the point where you just can't even actually land any spells. So I think this will help. I hope it'll help. Yeah, this was definitely the right decision to go and switch out the stuff because this kill's already like 3 times faster than my other ones were. Hey! There's our first drop. Obviously not really what we're after, but Dragon Axe is actually pretty good to have, especially if we need to grind woodcutting for any quests or anything, so you know what? I'll take it. As much as I would love to make the claim, like, oh, this is like the first Dragon Axe on Group Iron, it's definitely not, because so many people just did the boring meta of rushing to Wintertide that I'm sure someone got freakishly lucky on a Dragon Axe. Alright, looks like that's going to have to be the last kill because I got poisoned, but we're up to 43 KC now, which is pretty good. Since there's 2 rings, the technical chance of receiving either one of them would be 1 in 64, so we're kind of coming up to the drop rate, but the problem is now I need to recharge my Ivan staff, and I need to go and make a little bit more money since I'm running a little low on death runes. So, guess it's back to LMS, and then I have to run through the underground pass again. There is 50 KC at Rex, and I just got baited super hard because that combat diary pop-up, I totally thought it was a Berserker or a Warrior Ring collection log slot thing. I am technically on the highest scores now for Rex, and I feel like probably very few, if any, other people are at Dagannoth Kings right now. However, we can't check that because the group high scores don't show boss KC for some reason. There is KC 64. Technically, at this point, we're dry for not having seen either of the rings, but, you know, I'm just hoping we get one soon. This is a stretch goal, so it's not a huge deal if we don't accomplish it, but I would really like to get one. Oh, hey, yes, that's not a Berserker ring, but it's a Warrior ring. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to stay until the rest of my death runes are gone because I don't think we're really using them or have plans to use them anywhere else. And if there's still time, maybe I'll make a little bit of money and try doing barrows or something. I'm not sure. Hey, there's the first pair of rock shell legs. You might be thinking, wow, that's not a big deal, but I mean, it's a rune plate leg alch, and they're actually slightly better for some reason than rune plate legs because they don't have a negative range bonus. I don't know why, but it's kind of interesting, I guess. And I got another pair back to back. Okay, you know what? I'm perfectly okay with that. Figured I might as well actually pick up Bones to Peaches before I forget, since I have the level to buy it now that we discovered that was a thing. So, there's Bones to Peaches. Awesome. I don't know, I didn't think it was a collection log slot, but cool. I have the ability to cast that now. I might take a bit of a change of direction here, and instead of going back to Rex, I might do something a little different. Lost City, I'm trying to add some bosses to my pool for Nightmare Zone, but also I might be trying to get fairy rings unlocked. Don't ask how I haven't done this quest yet. Vampire Slayer completed. Snapdragon, bro. Super Compost is fine. I don't even know where you get Valencia Moss. There is In Search of the People done. 2 quest points, some crafting XP. I'm mostly just doing this to get an access to a fairy ring that's pretty close to Barrows and the boat and all that fun stuff. Of Morton quest completed. Now I have the minigame teleport down here, which is nice because I had really no fast way of getting down here otherwise. And 40 crafting and 40 herbal ore. Here is Fairy Tale Part 1. Now I just have to start the next quest to get fairy rings. This is a nice little bump to the total level. 20 farming. I'm like so many total levels behind Shelby because he ironically got stuck with all the skilling tasks. So yeah. Been jumping around a lot and really haven't given any context to what I'm doing. So I'm going to Barrows. And the reason is, getting another ring would just take far too long, and honestly, far more death runes than I actually have, since I'd have to do LMS to get them back. It's kind of counterintuitive at this point. Unfortunately, we didn't get the B ring, but it's alright. Barrows, however, could provide myself and Shelby with tank legs or a tank body, which is like double the defense bonus of the stuff we have on right now. So we should probably try to get one. These are stretch goals though, so if I don't get it, it's not a huge deal. We didn't expect to get them, but it would just be nice to have. I also forgot to mention, I did hit 75 strength, so I think I'm probably just gonna train attack for now, because the levels get a little slower to train, and even though it's more efficient to keep doing strength while you have the scimitar, I just, you know, we need as much DPS on Bandos as possible with the stuff we're gonna have. Okay, first Barrows chest of the account. I'm only gonna show the interesting ones after this. Oh, that's already great. 144 death runes is pretty nice. The more that I do these kind of side quest things, the more I wonder if it might have just been better to go for a fire cape. But you know what? We decided not to play the meta route. We are paving our own path and I'm enjoying it. So, I mean, that's all that matters, right? Though highly disputed in the old school community, I'm pretty sure that it's actually been outed at this point that the chance of getting a Barrows item is 1 in 14. So if we don't get a drop here, I am officially unlucky. We're officially unlucky. Alright, like, I'm going to keep reserving the idea that we're just saving the RNG for Bandos. Alright, it's getting really late, so I think I'll do a few more Barrows chests tomorrow. I really, even though I've done a ton this video, I feel like I need to do more. So I want to try and get a Barrows item, but I'll probably do like another handful of chests if not, because it's like 6 chests an hour on a good hour. So it's really slow. Alright, we're back, and this is going to be Barrows chest number 25. I can't really keep going right now because this is a stretch goal and I'm kind of out of time. So if I don't get something here, I have to end the video. And we didn't get anything. That's a lot of death runes though, so I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but you know, again, I'm just gonna take this with a grain of salt and say, hey, we're saving up all of the RNG for Bandos. Regardless, I did a lot in this video, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. In the next video, we will be at God Wars Dungeon. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Make sure you leave likes and comments, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing. I'll see you guys in the next video.